unlike that thing, it wasn't ready for me and my gun bat. But buckle in, pussies. It's now time for me to teach you about combat. Welcome to an Ask Guide to Pokerole. Alright pussies, now buckle in, it's time. Now you might be thinking I might be going over the chart with you, but no, fuck you. You should know this by now, this isn't kindergarten, bitch. If I need to teach you this stuff, why are you even playing this game? Now, to get into this, I'm going to be using these two chuckle fucks for them to make my point clear. First thing we're going to start off with is initiative. Now, how initiative is rolled is basically with a dice plus the Pokemon's dex and alert. And let me be clear of something. D6, that's this entire system's whole gimmick. Do not forget it, I will never mention it again for the rest of this series. Now, let's take a roll and let's see who goes first. Uh-oh, it looks like this chuckle smuck's going first. Now, we'll start off with something simple. Tackle that bitch. Now, every single move in Pokerole has its own set of stats arranged to how you roll the accuracy. I couldn't give a fuck all about going through every single last one of them. I don't get paid enough for that. Hell, I don't get paid at all. Once you figure this out, it now comes a decision on the opposing side. Uh-oh, you are getting now hit with a move. Do you want to try to dodge, or do you want to try and be a man and clash it? That's one of the main gimmicks with Pokerole. In this system, there is no armor class. You either can dodge an attack or clash it to negate the damage. That's how it works here. And you might be thinking, that sounds cool off the top ropes, but there's something I want to remind you of. There are some moves that you won't be able to dodge. There are some moves you won't be able to clash. So you need to figure out how to properly build your team so you can be able to deal with each and every one of these situations. Man up or shut up. Now, to give you some examples, if this chocolate fuck chose to evade, it would need to roll its dexterity plus evasion to avoid the attack. But if it chose to clash the attack instead, it would need to choose a specific move from its move pool that it's going to clash that tackle with. And then it's going to need to roll that move, whether it be a strength move or whether it be a range move. Then, when it's rolling the move, it's either going to need to roll a strength clash or a special clash, depending on what type of move it is. Now, we're gonna King Crimson in this bitch so you guys can fully understand what I'm trying to get across here. If it's rolling an attack, you're going to either need to match the attacking roll that is coming at you, or you need to get something higher. If you do, successful, you manage to dodge the attack. If not, well, too bad for you, bitch, you're about to get a world of hurt. Now, second verse, same as the first. Let's say this time it's getting hit by a tackle, but this time it chooses to clash with its own tackle. Now, in this instance, it's going to need to roll a strength clash because it's a physical move. Now, it is either going to need to meet or beat the accuracy roll thrown at it, and if it is successful, both Pokemon are going to be taking 1 damage. That's how clashing works. You're able to negate some damage and throw some damage back. Pretty useful, ain't it? This is essentially what happens vice versa until essentially one of the bitches have been taken down. Now, I'm gonna quickly go on items if you're a little bit of a bitch. You can basically decide to heal your Pokemon if you want to by making a clever medicine check and being able to restore some of their HP. But it does take up an action, so you need to decide for yourself if you are willing to let your Pokemon take some more abuse, or do you want to try to heal them. This is essentially one of the many trainer actions you can do. You can decide between either switching your Pokemon, using an item, searching for cover, entering the fray, or running away from a battle. Searching for cover requires an inside alert check, but I think you're a little bit of a bitch if you do it. Entering the fray is quite simple. You basically just tell your DM what you're doing, and basically on the next round, you and your Pokemon can treat this shit like it's Jujutsu Kaisen.
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
Running away from a battle because you're a little bitch requires a dex athletics check, and you basically up against the person that you're running away from. But if their dex athletics check is higher than yours, well, L, try again. Now, I could get more into stuff like pain penalizations, lethal damage, and taking multiple actions, but it seems like most people who play this game tend to skip all those rules, which so I will do the same. This is called an Ask Guide for a reason, folks. I was going to get more deeper into weather, but unless you have a fire type or a water type, you can completely ignore everything that you basically see here, unless you're dealing with sandstorm, wind, or hail. Next thing we're going to be dealing with here is status ailments. So we're going to start with burn. Burn has 3 types in this game. Burn 1, 2, and 3. Burn 2 and 3 are the only ones you really need to look out for. Burn 1 is just a basic one from the game. Burn 2 and 3 actually have a chance of killing your Pokemon, so be on the lookout for that. Next up we have here is paralysis. Paralysis is essentially what it does to your Pokemon is minus their dexterity by 2. Something like this is crucial when you're first starting the game, but once you go deeper in and once you're around like Ace rank, this becomes one of the most worst abilities you could probably use on a Pokemon. Next up we have here is frozen. Basically, you become a giant block of ice. The block of ice has a 5 HP and a defense and special defense of 2. Basically, the Pokemon has to break through the ice, but while it's stuck in the ice, it's accessible to all other types of moves. And yes, you can stack moves in this system if you want to. Next up we have here is the poisons. Basically, same things as the game. The only things you really need to worry about is the next one, badly poisoned, which actually has a chance of possibly killing your Pokemon. Sleep. Basically, if your Pokemon is bad put to sleep, they have to keep rolling insight checks until they get a total of 5 successes. Then they wake up. Next is flinch. You basically lose your action. You can't do anything, you little baby. Next one I want to talk about is confusion. Basically what confusion does is that the subject removes 1 success from all action rolls, and if it fails the action, it suffers 1 in damage. Again, this is one of the worst ones in the world, so I wouldn't recommend using this on anybody. Next one we have here is disable. You basically can't use a move. Next up we have is in love. you basically make the Pokemon infatuated with you. You basically need to roll insight at the beginning of the round, and if you score 2 more successes, they act normally. It's similar to Confuse, and I wouldn't recommend using it. It's kind of lame. And now you basically know how to combat. Fuck off.